I clearly haven't drunk enough tea today, excuse me. Ooh, this should be a good one. Although it really is going to come down to who's more aggressive. And both of these players have proven to be very aggressive. So I suppose that's something important. The moment the match started, Bozo had already spent all of his CUs. He is on top of his start. He clearly wants to get as much value as possible, as soon as possible. Again, spending resources as they come in, just keeping everything producing and active. Don't necessarily agree with not taking advantage of his production cruiser manufacturing, but I suspect it is the same on this end. So both immediately, are these two both using the same build order? Do they train together or something? Like how to min-max the Galcian opening to not suck. We shall see. So as far as Dune Sea goes, the most crucial part of this map is here. This little peak here. If you can control this, you have high ground all the way down to your opponent's base. Okay? You then have very strong control. The only defensible point they've got is here or at the back of their base, and that really doesn't work out because still high ground here to shoot on that from. It's just, yeah, you need to be fighting for here. So right now Bozo is definitely ahead. I don't know why Claws allowed it, because he actually had 4 skimmers before. I'm guessing Claw was just surprised. Like, Galcian Rush? What? So again, points to Bozo for this again. He consistently gets in his opponent's face. Both are mining very similarly. Very, very samey openings at the moment. It'd be interesting to see how they develop it. Oh, this is a misplay though. Oh, that could have been amazing for Claw, but a little bit slow. Neither player able to really take advantage of the high ground there, but that would definitely be an opportunity there for Bozo. Also, very nice use of the repair there. Claw doing the exact same thing though, but because he was able to shoot down in, this is a very close fight, but I think it's going to swing in Bozo's favour if it goes on too much longer. Bozo's just that little bit better at keeping him alive. 3 more skimmers coming in for Claw. Very knife edge type fight here, and again Bozo consistently trying to get a little bit of high ground here, and it stacks up, especially in this kind of fight. Claw backing off, that's going to cost him. Damn, that was really bad for Claw. How is he following up? So we have assault rails again coming from Bozo. Good power placement by Claw. Manages to just snip off one. That's such a shame. These kinds of fights do come down to single units. And right now Claw needs every single one of his skimmers alive. But he's dealing with height advantage. So what are his options? Rails would be an option, but he's already behind on that. And at the end of the day, there's going to be heavy rails shooting down on him, so that's not really tenable in the long run. He could invest. It's not going to happen though. If I was in Claw's position right now, I would be producing as many sand skimmers as possible and getting carrier power. If possible, I'd want an artifact grab, just something. But I don't see that happening. Bozo's got complete control here now. He's got high ground on all sides, and Claw does not have range to really do anything about that right now. To be able to stabilize right now, Claw needs another. Oh, daring, not worth it, but hey. Because that was about 200 CUs. Got one skimmer kill. Ooh. I've never been a fan of salvager debt packs for anything. Yeah, I'd probably want to get Power Reserve 1 and Power Reserve 2, and I would just move my carrier into this to try and get some kind of edge. Yeah, now Claw really needs that power in weapons. Claw going for assault rails as well, but that's not going to work out well against those heavy rails. And from dealing with high ground, it's just back off. Claw. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten tech. Basically, if you're that far behind, you can't afford to tech. So yeah, it would have been power reserves and skimmers. But I think it is far too late now. Damage is done. And that is GG to Bozo again. And that was... I mean, it's spiffy in all the big explosions and whatnot, but it's just not effective. Yeah, I think much sooner than that I would have wanted to have thrown the carrier into the fray. I would have got at least the power reserves level 1, just so that I could have weapons and range at the same time. Just so that the carrier can mitigate the difference in unit power, or in army power, I should say. Yeah, so this earlier would have been useful. And again, it's desperate. It puts you behind in other ways, but it can allow you to stabilize in that situation. I mean, you think if this had been doing this earlier, if there was an artifact pickup as well, could have made a massive difference to the engagement here. But yeah. Galcian versus Galcian skimmer wars are pretty cutthroat though, so it's tough. It is a lot of micro. Yeah, just Bozocow cleaning up. Jeebus. Where does that put us? That puts us into Mask of the Red Death versus Claw.